everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aysha if you're new here, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm starting a brand new series here on my channel. I'm gonna need your help naming it, but for now I'm calling it Aysha and Friends, and it's gonna be a cooking series where I bring along new friends and, well, not new friends, friends that you guys have probably seen in my vlogs, people that I just find interesting that I wanna cook with and kind of interview as well. And I'm really excited for this series, and I'm really excited to introduce our first guest today. She's a dear friend of mine. We have no idea how we met, but come in here, Amal. Yay. Welcome to the channel.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy to have my friend Amal here.
Yes. I'm so excited for this series.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be the first guest.
Yes, and it was actually Amal that inspired this series, because we've been trying to figure out how we want to collab and bring kind of more interesting ideas other than just like a Q&A.
Right, yeah.
So here it is, and I'm really excited to get started on this recipe. Amal, do you want to share a little bit about yourself before we get started?
Yeah, so my name's Amal. As Aysha said, we don't know how we met, but I'm a producer, director, I'm a YouTuber, I have my YouTube channel on this platform as well. I'm originally from, well, I don't know where I'm originally from, but I'll say San Diego, because I was born on the East Coast. But you know,
we'll get into that, because I have some questions written down for you.
That's exciting.
You're gonna have the hot seat today.
I have no idea what the questions are, so I'm nervous, but I'm excited for the foods. That's what I'm focusing on.
The food is gonna be really fun. For the first recipe of this series, I'm actually gonna be bringing it back to my roots here on this channel. We're gonna be doing a taco recipe. You guys know I love my tacos. And we're actually gonna be making breaded shrimp tacos, but in the air fryer. Okay, y'all know I love my air fryer. I haven't featured her in a while on this channel. She's gotten a little bit of a facelift. She's not the same one as before, but
blow up.
Yes, exactly. I have shared this recipe before, but that video has since gone private, so I wanted to bring it back. It was a fan favorite, and a lot of you guys wanted to see it, so Amal's gonna help me create it today. We have our mint mojitos as well.
Where's mine? Yes,
we have our virgin mint mojitos that we made over on my Instagram page, so if you guys wanna check that out and see the little recipe, it's like the perfect summer drink, then...
It's so refreshing.
Yeah, definitely check it out. We're gonna switch into our aprons.
Yes, we gotta do that.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Snap. There we go.
I love your apron.
Guys, isn't this the cutest thing?
It has her name on it.
La cuisine de Aysha, chef extraordinaire.
Wow, and you said it with the accent too.
Exactly.
Nobody
this was
can
actually,
tell you anything.
yeah, this was gifted by the Deveined podcast, so shout out to them. Before we actually get into the cooking, I do want to remind you guys to please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to hit 500K this year. So definitely be sure to hit it, and then definitely check out Amal's channel as well. All her links will be down below. But yeah, let's get started on this recipe, the shrimp taco recipe. Okay, so I've just brought out all of the ingredients for the shrimp. So we're gonna start a little like trio bath for these guys. Okay. So while I do the egg, do you wanna start pouring out like half panko and half original breadcrumbs? I'm gonna have all the ingredients and directions in the description box, so just check that out.
Yeah, don't follow me.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, panko breadcrumbs are like really crunchy and like thick, and then the original like regular breadcrumbs are a little thinner, so I like doing a little bit of both. You can do a little more of that.
A little more? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna crack this egg.
Already failing.
I know.
Why
do you do that? I feel like not a lot of people know that you're a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
And you went to law school? Like, sometimes she'll just randomly bring that up again, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I relearn that every single time.
I know, it's kind of a trip. Let's see, I went to law school. I graduated like 2017.
Yeah.
I kind of always wanted to go into social justice work, and I still do, but I think at the time when I was in college, I never really thought too much about how to pursue that dream without law school. I always thought, oh, it's just law school.
Yeah.
So then when I got to law school and I did it, I was like, oh, I don't
Was it
loved
like a 4-year thing?
It was 3.
3 years.
I know, but the fun part is
God.
that for 2 of them, I went to school. I went to UC Hastings in the Bay Area, and then for the last year, I did my LLM. So I actually have a master's in law, but I did it in London. So I was there in London for a year.
That's why you were in London.
Yeah, just when I got into the world, traveled, I did that cliche thing of like, you know, learning myself, getting to know myself more, and I was like, I think I really need to be authentic with myself. If I really want to make real change in the world, I have to be real with myself. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to pursue this. I always want to do social justice and like advocacy work, and I still continue to do that, but I want to do it in a more creative way. So yeah, that's kind of when I branched out into what I'm doing now.
So freaking, like, that's such a girl boss move. Like, I absolutely love that. And we're gonna continue on that, but
first we gotta do this.
So we have a couple of the ingredients here. I put some flour here. I have the 2 eggs over here. And guys, this is the first episode, so you will have to give us some patience. Give me patience, because...
And especially me. I don't know what I'm
still trying
doing.
to figure all of this out. If you want, you can also, while I season the egg, you can season the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
So you can do Italian breadcrumbs. I just chose original so I can like share what seasonings will actually go in the coating for the shrimp. So you can kind of just share that.
Okay, cool. So I'll put a little garlic powder.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning.
You guys know my love for lemon pepper.
Oh, is that your thing?
Oh, lemon pepper is my thing. I put it in everything. Some onion powder as well.
Onion powder.
Onion granules. I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know. I think it's just like a fancy way to say onion powder, but I like it. I always choose a bougie option.
So good. And the key to this is smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is gonna give it that really like smoky, like intense flavor. It's so good. I'm like eyeballing this. I don't know how much to put into it. No, we only eyeball here.
Okay, we only eyeball. Cool.
I will give you guys brief like measurements, but it really is all just like an eyeballing type recipe.
Okay, I love that.
And then I'm also gonna just sprinkle a little bit of salt in there as well. I want to make sure every layer is nice and salted, so you get that really good flavor. And then while she mixes that, I'm gonna season the rest. So the egg wash, I'm just gonna do a little bit of salt and lemon pepper. I'm gonna keep this part pretty simple. And for the flour, I'm gonna do salt again. I know it may seem like a lot of salt. I promise it doesn't actually become super salty. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do some Old Bay seasoning, which is like classic for any type of seafood dish. And basically for the flour, I'm doing the exact same thing that I did for the breadcrumbs. The flour is the first layer of the shrimp like hits, so you want to make sure you kind of put a lot. I'm also adding cumin to this. I'm adding cumin to this and not the breading because cumin can be kind of intense. So yeah, that's true. I think it tastes a little better in this step. You went from potentially being a lawyer, social justice, to then now in the entertainment industry and in production.
Yes.
I don't even see how those two correlate. Like, I need you to explain that and like how that journey started.
I know. It's actually really funny because my friends from law school sometimes will be like, oh, so you're a lawyer in the entertainment industry. Cool. Like, they'll think I'm a lawyer within the industry, and I'll have to be like, no, I kind of made a jump. At the time, I think I started from just saying, okay, I don't know if I want to do the bar.
Yeah.
Let me postpone the bar. And then obviously I have East African parents. Yeah. So I actually made a video about this on my channel about how I told my family, like,
I will have that video linked down below.
Yes. But basically I was like, okay, I don't want to do the bar. Let me just like take some time to just think. Anybody who's like in the middle of their journey or the beginning of their journey at any point, I think it's really important to just know, like, it's okay not to know what you're doing at any point.
1000%. Oh my God.
You know, and like, I wish I had someone to tell me that because I felt like I was just like braving into the unknown.
Exactly.
But I was like, you know what? I really love storytelling. That was just always my passion, but I never really realized that it was a passion. I thought, oh, this is like a fun little thing I do. So anyway, I basically just was like, okay, let me just explore this, you know, path. Let me see where it gets me. I had no technical skills.
Oh my God.
At all. Like, literally, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to do anything at all. But basically, to make a long story short, I was writing my dissertation. I came back and then I did a master's as well.
Oh my God.
So I had to do this dissertation. I was like,
she
dying.
educated, y'all. She educated.
Oh my gosh. I was dying writing this dissertation, and I was like, okay, let me just apply to things. So there was this fellowship at BuzzFeed that basically would like teach you all you need to know about production, about kind of this industry that I had no idea about.
Oh.
And I was like, let me just apply. Like, I have no actual skills, but let me just see. So I applied and I got in, and then, I learned a lot. And then I've just kind of been finding myself here and there. And then I kind of still was like, wait, I don't really know what I really want to do. And then I essentially kind of stumbled into what I'm working on now, which is like more documentary work. It's a documentary about docuseries called Third Culture Kids.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it merges my passions about like, you know, social justice, telling stories, advocacy, with being creative. So I think that's like one tip I have for people, just even if you don't know what exactly it means when you like these random things that don't look like they match, just keep going and be true to yourself. And I think you eventually will kind of come to your natural point. Let me help you make this.
Okay.
I've been talking so much.
While she was doing that, I just kind of wanted to test the first one. So this is basically what it looks like. It's basically just a little shrimp with a bunch of breading on it. And we're just gonna be doing this in a little series or a little like station.
Yes,
so I'm thinking
let's do it.
I'll do the flour and the egg, and then I'll pass it off to you to get all the breading on.
I love it.
Sound good?
I love it.
I just have some shrimp in here. It's been in this colander overnight, so it's like completely thawed out. And this is peeled, deveined, and tail off shrimp, and it's raw, obviously. First step is put it in the flour, get all of that in, and then the flour obviously has all of that seasoning, so it's gonna hit the shrimp and like really stick onto it. And then once it's in the flour, dip it into the egg mixture, get it nice and gooey, and then I'm gonna drop it off here, and Amal is gonna, you just really pack it on there. Like you can like kind of sprinkle it on. There you go. Perfect. While we do this is a perfect activity to continue the conversation because you mentioned briefly, you did post a video about like kind of how your parents felt about it and everything. But a question I actually did have is like, how did you bring that up to your parents? If you want to just give a brief synopsis, because obviously y'all have to watch your full YouTube video to see the rest.
Thank you.
Was it scary for you to tell them? Like, how did that conversation go?
I think it honestly happened in stages.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know what I was doing at first. It's not like I had like, okay, well now I'm doing this thing, you know, or it would have been so much easier if I kind of was like, okay, mom and dad, like I always wanted to do this and now I'm gonna jump into it. But it was even scarier, I think, because it was like, I don't want to do this and I don't know what I'm doing. Like nobody wants to hear that.
Our immigrant parents just want us to be successful and happy, you know? And whatever that means to them, it means money. And like money usually means doctor, lawyer, engineer, accountant, you know?
Exactly.
So whenever you do something different, I feel like it's just important to like really keep them in the loop and be like, I'm gonna be okay, I'm just do it. I need some time to figure this out.
Right. I think especially with people with our types of career choices, it's so much ambiguity.
100%.
And I think it's all about like what you do, what opportunities you have.
Exactly.
In LA, it's like totally like that. Anyway, I was basically just kind of like, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, I want to do something creative. I think this is what my calling. At the end of the day, you make your own path. You forge it. No matter if you have like a bachelor degree or nothing or whatever, or parents who understand what you're doing or parents who don't. I think at the end of the day, you have to really believe in yourself. It sounds so cheesy.
It does.
But I guarantee, like that's what it's gonna come down to.
Exactly.
It's gonna be you against the world.
And I'm gonna leave it on that note while we finish the rest of this and just kind of clean up and move on to the next step. All right, brief intermission is over. We have a nice little clean working space again, and this is all of the shrimp that we made. So it's just nice and breaded. We're just gonna leave this off to the side for now because the air fryer is very loud. We're gonna be making two different types of like toppings or just like garnishes. So Amal's gonna be working on my famous mango salad, which you guys have seen the recipe before, so we're not gonna go too into detail. And then I'm gonna make a cabbage slaw. So I have some red cabbage over here. I'm gonna put onion and then also cilantro, and then I'll show you guys the dressing in a bit. And then you can start working on the mango.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Random question, but how was it like growing up in California? Because you said you're from San Diego.
So I actually was like born and raised in Northern Virginia.
I didn't know this.
Yeah,
I did know this.
I think
Okay,
you did.
I
I'm a DMV girl.
Okay, yeah.
So I was born in DC and then like raised in Northern Virginia. In our area, there was a lot of Somali people, but the Somali people we knew were, you know, was family, just people like family friends, and so they were kind of similar to us. You know, there weren't like a lot of different types of, in terms of like that like immigrated different times and stuff. It was kind of just like very.
This is in the DMV or in San Diego?
In the DMV.
Okay.
So then when we moved to San Diego, the Somali community there was just so incredibly different.
Really?
It was so different. Just like a lot more like authentic stores.
Oh.
Not that it was not authentic in the DMV, but it was more like, you know, people walking around in like traditional Somali clothes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Oh
like
my
I've just
God.
never had seen that before.
Yeah.
In the DMV.
Did it almost feel like a culture shock, even though it was your culture?
It was 100% a culture shock.
Yeah.
The only other time I felt that way was when I went to London. Growing up in San Diego was very, very interesting. I think I definitely had a culture shock because people would, in like middle school and stuff when I moved here, people would say that I was so mean.
Oh,
yeah.
I cannot see that at all.
People would say, like my friends I still have now, would be like, you were mean, but I think it was, you know,
Do you think
what
it was like you were blunt?
It was my East Coastness coming out.
Exactly.
But I really liked growing up in San Diego because it was so diverse.
I love that.
The areas we
That's
were
so
in.
cool. I love growing up in Toronto. I feel like it really made me who I was. When I realized how much I loved growing up in a place like Toronto is when I actually left and saw like the differences in different communities and kind of how it is. I feel like Toronto is so multicultural, so there was never a time where like I felt weird to celebrate my culture or just kind of like felt weird to be Muslim or hyper aware of being Muslim, I think is a better term. Toronto has one of the largest communities of Haredi people in the world.
I was gonna ask you, is there a big community?
Huge community, and I think like moving away from that has been like a little bit difficult because that's like all I ever knew. Like I grew around my cousins, my quote unquote cousins as well.
Yeah, we all have fake cousins.
Exactly. It's so interesting seeing like different Haredis from like America, how they act and like the cultural differences like within our own culture. Okay, so I just chopped up some cabbage into just, I don't know, like inch sizes, I guess. So I'm gonna add this to the bowl over here, and I'm gonna make a little bit of like a briny cabbage slaw to go over the tacos. So I have the cabbage in here. I'm gonna do some onion. This is just some red onion. Add in there, more or less the same size as the cabbage. And then I'm gonna take some cilantro from this beautiful bunch. Okay, so this is kind of fun. Why did you start a YouTube channel? Like, why did you decide I'm gonna start a YouTube channel? Because I know you were doing a couple things on BuzzFeed and stuff. How did you decide that?
Well, I've just watched vloggers, YouTubers for so long. Like I was even telling you earlier that I had watched a video of yours like before I had met you, you know? And like even then, like I just watched so many people and I always thought I would love to do this, but I thought I had made that fatal mistake, which was, oh, but no one would want to like hear about me or hear about my life. Like I always thought that, and like I'm like, but I love it. You know, I think I would be so good at it. But oh, if only I lived a more interesting life. Like I always thought that.
You know what? I still think that. I'm like, I don't really find my life very interesting.
I think your life is so. I'm captivated, and I actually know you in real life.
But I say the same thing to you. I feel like you have such an interesting job and, interesting life. And what I will say also, that this is kind of off topic from the question that I asked, you were literally the first Black Muslim woman, also hijabi, that I've seen kind of in media. Like when I saw your video with Shahid on BuzzFeed, I was like, wait, there's a Somali, like there's a hijabi on BuzzFeed. Like it was such like a crazy moment because I feel like I've never seen that before. So like, the work that you do is truly unique, in my opinion. I'm adding some lime juice to this. I'm gonna add probably the juice of 1.5 limes. And I wanna get this really briny. I'm also gonna add a little bit of vinegar in a second. And then the seasoning for this is just gonna be salt and lemon pepper and some olive oil. It's gonna be really simple.
Yeah, so basically I was like, I really want to do this. I was living in LA at the time and I was like, you know what? I'd like met all of you at the time and I saw you doing it and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
Exactly.
And just see, and I literally remember it was Ramadan and I was just like, I'm just gonna go right now and buy a camera. And I was like, let me just do it.
Was that last year or the year before?
The year before.
Yeah.
And then I just went and then I just like vlogged. And then the craziest thing was it was just so natural. Like it was just such a natural
You really
thing.
are a natural.
Oh, thank you so much.
No, you really, really are.
I think it's because I love storytelling. I truly love like creating a story, creating an atmosphere with the music, with the cuts, with the whole vibe.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of aim to do.
So this is what the cabbage slaw looks like. It's very simple. I'm gonna add a little bit of some vinegar into this as well, but it's just gonna be a nice like fresh little garnish for the fried shrimp. We're gonna take a brief intermission. We're gonna finish up the mango salad. Or mango salsa. I do have a full recipe on this though, so I will link that below if you guys are interested. But when you guys come back, we will, I'm saying that as if it's like a cooking show. When you guys come back,
see you after the break.
See you after the break. You know what, I'm gonna put an ad right after this. Then we'll do the fried shrimp. We'll do the air fried shrimp.
And hopefully I'll have a mango cup.
Exactly.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
Exactly.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the long break. Hopefully you enjoyed those ads and watched them all through.
Yes. Support the channel.
Exactly. Okay, so we have all of the like toppings basically prepared. We have the gorgeous mango salad over here, and then we also have the cilantro. Oh, sorry. What is this called? Cabbage slaw. And this looks so good. I'm so excited for it. It's like getting nice and pickled and stuff. And then we just have like a couple other things for toppings. But now let's get into frying the shrimp. Yeah. We have it all over here, which I put it like that for a reason. I'm gonna take some spray avocado oil and just kind of like hit that with some oil. I do put a little more on because I want it to be kind of golden brown.
Okay. Sipping on my mojito still.
I know, I literally forgot about mine. We chatted about, you know, you getting into production and how I think that's so cool. Like there weren't a lot of Black Muslims kind of in that. Was it like challenging as a Black Muslim woman to like land a job, you know, in production at, you said BuzzFeed, and like just in general in that world? How was that?
Well, I think that like because I was just so new to everything, I had nothing to base anything off of, you know?
Fair.
It was kind of just my first time in the workforce in general.
Was it like kind of like a little bit naive, but it worked to your advantage?
I think I just in general, like navigating the legal world, which does definitely have a lot of racism.
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah, a lot of privilege, you know, that is something that I was used to. Very like old school coded racism. Yeah. Good old fashioned like, you know,
American racism.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that like working with a lot of people who were kind of like my age, and especially my team that I worked with at first was like very diverse. Like it was just very different. Like the whole world was so different. Yeah. And I felt like I just had more of an opportunity to like talk about my narrative and like unpack a lot of things that are, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm showing kind of a different perspective on Black women, Black Muslim women, you know, and that's powerful and important.
100%.
And telling stories a lot of times is kind of a less in your face act. Yeah. It's a lot about listening. It's a lot about just showcasing. Yeah. Right? And people can make their own judgments from that.
Okay, so I have all of the shrimp in here.
Looks so good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. And this is a new air fryer. This is the Ninja one. Before I was using some random one, but I like this because it has 2 layers, so I can actually get a lot more in. So I'm gonna pop this in here at 400 degrees, and shrimp cooks pretty fast, so I'm gonna check on it in about 5 minutes. This is a little too loud to continue with the Q&A, so we're gonna take yet another intermission and then come back and assemble everything. But while we are doing that, I am gonna be heating up the tortilla in a pan over here. This is the one that we're using.
Ooh, it's organic.
Organic from Whole Foods. Done! Oh my god. Wait, this looks so good.
I honestly am speechless.
Wait, we did that?
I cannot believe I helped make that.
That looks so good, guys! Oh my god! I'm just gonna take the top off. I'm just gonna let this bottom half go in a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So we are back, and I keep saying we're back. We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
We haven't gone anywhere.
We've gone places, but you have not seen us gone anywhere.
But we're gonna start assembling now. This is what the shrimp looks like. It looks amazing.
I'm still in shock.
Like, we really did that.
I cannot believe
we really did that.
Under your guidance.
Exactly. Okay, so I have the tortilla over here. I just kind of like warmed it up on a pan. So take one.
Please, thank you.
I'll take one as well. And then while we are assembling this, I want to ask some rapid fire questions. If you're ready for that.
I'm not, but let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
Let's do it. So this is gonna be maybe a juicy one, and I'm kind of interested.
Okay.
Interested to see. Number 1 pet peeve about influencers.
Oh man. Okay, I
know
worked,
exactly, girl. I know.
I have worked with influencers. I just think, and not only, I've also worked with like celebrities.
Yes.
Like different things.
Yeah.
I think it's weird when you talk through people.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Like it's like, so-and-so can only do this.
Oh.
And they're like right there.
Oh, okay, like their manager or something like that's saying,
like,
oh yeah.
but it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh,
no, that's
it's
pretty
like,
weird.
You know, it's like they're doing the business side, but that's weird. I'm always like, oh, like.
I 100% get
You know
that.
what I mean? If I had that much like clout or notoriety,
Yeah.
I guess, like it would still be weird to, you know, like I'm not saying things like, oh, they have to leave by 9. I mean, like, they can only eat this, or like they can like they don't like this, like very specific. And
okay,
I'm like, okay, that's
I get that.
weird, but cool.
I don't think that's ever happened. Well, maybe it has. Maybe my manager said that on my behalf. I don't know.
That'd be hilarious.
I know, right?
That'd be such a power move with your friend.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Aysha actually cannot eat that, and like she doesn't like that.
Let's get this started real quick, and then I have it in my mind already. So I'm gonna add. Oh, by the way, we have some pico de gallo over here as well. We just didn't show a recipe for that because I may or may not have gotten it from somewhere. Oh my god. Okay. What are you gonna put on yours? Are you gonna do everything?
I think I'm gonna do everything.
Okay, same.
I cannot think straight. I'm so starving. So
I know. Same. Oh my god.
I'm doing this thing where I just don't think.
Yeah.
I just add.
We talked a lot about career and job. I want to know, without any limitations, what would be your dream job? Any limit, like no limitations of money, whatever.
Or talent or skill?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I'm some type of performer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you, like dance or like singer?
Some type of artist, yeah.
Okay.
Because I have absolutely no skill at all. But when I was younger, my parents put us into like, just like when we're really young, like dance, you know, like ballet and jazz
I love that.
and stuff. And I always thought like, and I always love performing. And I'm also,
that's so cute.
I'm also like a Sagittarius, so I feel like I love just
attention.
I don't love attention. I love like performing. Okay. And I just feel like it would be so much fun to just like have talent.
Yeah. Oh my god, this looks so pretty.
It does. It looks beyond.
I'm so happy. Okay, what is your post-COVID dream travel destination?
Ooh. Okay. I have 2.
Okay.
One,
like ultimate dream job.
Okay. One is like to see friends and whatever.
Of course.
And then one would be like adventure with bringing people. So I want to go back to London.
Oh,
I really miss my friends.
I miss London too.
And I miss the city. I miss my friends. I just miss miss everything.
Yeah.
And so I would definitely go there and just like vibe. Especially now, it's a really good time to go. September, August. Yeah. That time, it's a really good time to go. So I would love to go there.
Do you want me to squirt this on for you?
Yes, please. Thank you. And then my like fun travel place adventure would be.
No one saw that.
It looks good.
No one saw that.
But my fun like place to explore would definitely be Zanzibar.
Yes!
Right?
Oh my god.
I would love to just go for a few
Is that
weeks.
in Tanzania or Kenya?
Yes, Tanzania. I remember a few years ago. Like before it kind of, now it's kind of like a trendy place. But like a few years ago, my friend went for her, like randomly just went for her honeymoon. And I had like never thought of it as like a
honeymoon destination.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. But just the safari they went on, the culture, the food, the atmosphere. People, oh, it was beautiful.
It's the place to be.
I would love to go with like a group of friends. I didn't have a birthday. Well, nobody really did. This past year, so I was actually planning on doing I wasn't planning. Yeah. I was like hoping in my mind that I would go with like a group of friends.
It's gonna happen.
It's
gonna happen. We are just almost over the hump of COVID. It's gonna happen. So we took off our aprons to get a little bit more comfortable, but guys, we are so impressed with ourselves.
I can't believe it.
I really can't.
So impressed with us, and I think that I will always just look back at these pictures and be like, I made that.
We made that.
Yeah.
And your presentation looks so good.
Usually I'm like really bad at presentation. Like I just eat. Like I don't care how it looks, but today
I'm very much about presentation.
Yeah, I can tell.
I love making it look all pretty. Okay, but now we gotta see if it tastes good. Because it looks good. So it better taste good. Okay, let's because we're actually starving.
Okay, yes, we are starving.
So
yeah. I think this one
this
one has my heart.
Finally give this a try.
I have very high hopes.
Cheers.
Oh no. Not the greatest to eat on camera.
I know, right?
This
is siren. Because it knows it's fire. Dad jokes. Oh shit. This is so good.
This is amazing.
Oh my god.
The shrimp is so crunchy. The breading was breading.
I never usually make a slaw like this, but it's so good. We could literally continue standing here and eating, but we're gonna end off this video here and then eat off camera. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
This was so much fun.
This was literally, I think, one of my most fun videos I've ever made. I'm not even just saying that.
Really?
Yeah, like it was. Thing is, I love food, I love conversation, I love you.
I love you too.
Yes, and this was such a great time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely be sure to try out this recipe. I will have all the ingredients and the instructions listed down below so you guys can check them out.
It's bomb.
Yes.
Make it.
And if you do make it, be sure to tag both of us on
Yes.
Instagram so we can see.
Yes.
And if you guys have any suggestions on what I should make next, who else to bring, any guests that you guys would love to see on this channel for this series, definitely let me know. For sure, check out Amal's video. We're doing a very exciting video over there. Do you want to explain it?
Yes, we're doing a very fun collab on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a video where Aysha actually controls my day.
Yes.
My whole day. She tells me what to do, when to wake up, when to eat, what to wear.
And she's gonna be following my routine, so.
I'm following her routine, which is very different than mine.
Exactly.
So if you want to see that, head over to my channel, and that should be up right now as well.
I cannot wait to watch that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Amal. Of course, I will have all her links down below and on the screen. And also subscribe to me and give this video a thumbs up. I think we deserve that.
We do.
Like, we really did that.
We did
We
that.
deserve multiple thumbs up. So
Please.
please just give us what we need.
Please.
Yes.
Please. And thank you for having me.
Thank
I had
you.
so much fun being in your apartment for the first time.
Yes, and my first guest on this new series. So
Not the last.
not the last.
A lot
not
of
the
exciting
last.
guests to come.
Exactly. So thank you guys. We love you and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.
Bye.